Hey guys, welcome back. So last time we separated our register handler code from our register.php page, and the same for login handler. Just makes things a little bit easier to work with and a little bit neater. Now that we've done that, we can actually continue with our register button handler and actually prepare to insert the data into the database. So I'm just quickly going to remove the spaces between these just so it keeps things together. And we're going to make some space underneath that. So there's a bunch of checks we need to do on these things. For example, we need to check that the username is long enough, that the first name is long enough, that the emails match each other, that the passwords match, that the passwords don't contain any characters we don't want them to contain. So yeah, there's a bunch of checks we should do on these things. So we're going to do this stuff right here. And we're going to create functions that do this for us. Instead of writing all the code in this space here, we'll write functions, and here we'll just call the functions. Very similar to how we did it up here with the sanitize functions. So underneath these functions here, we'll create our validation functions, which is going to validate the input. So function, this can be validate username, like that, validate username. And it's going to take a username, so you can just say UN if you want username. Alright, and actually copy and paste that, and this will be validate first name, and this can just be FN for first name. Same thing for last name, so validate last name, this can be LN, and then we only have two more functions to create here at the moment, and it's going to be, one is going to be validate emails, plural emails, because we have two emails, remember, so EM, and then comma, and do EM2, and then the last one is just going to be for the passwords. So copy and paste the validate emails one, and this is going to be validate passwords, and one can be PW for password, and then PW2. And that's it. Now we're just going to call those functions. So copy the name of the validate username function, and down here, just call it, and pass in username, like that. Okay, copy and paste that. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And just take the names of these. Just validate username. This will be validate first name and change the variable to first name. One can be validate last name right there and change this to last name. Validate emails and change this to email and email 2. Okay, and the last one is validate passwords. Validate passwords, like that. And then password, and then password 2. And that's it. There are our validation functions called. Obviously they don't have anything in them yet, but we've called them, and we don't want to do anything with them, so these won't return anything, so we don't have to get any data from them. We don't have to do something like result equals the result of this call, because there will be no result. So we don't have to actually do anything with them, we just have to call these, because all these functions are going to do is check that they're okay, and if they're not okay, it's going to insert some error messages into an error message array. I won't really explain that now, you'll see how that works as we go, but that's all we need to do for now.